We have our 4 employers here today, and before we start, I wanted to introduce our Dean of Strategic Partnerships and Workforce Development, which the Career Readiness and Job Placement team is a part of. And here is Andrea Visner to kick us off.
Thank you, Alexa. Good morning, everyone. As Alexa mentioned, my name is Andrea Visner. I'm the Dean of Strategic Partnerships and Workforce Development at Skyline College. I'd like to welcome you all to our Get Work Wednesday webinar. Skyline College is deeply committed to making sure that during the uncertain times of the COVID-19 pandemic, that you know we are here to support U.S. students and our community members in getting jobs and really being prepared as needed to compete for the quality and living wage careers that are currently available in our region, and really having the tools necessary to navigate what is available during these times. We're excited to host 3 webinars this month to bring exciting opportunities to our participants joining us today and others who'd like to join in the future. A great big thank you to the Career Readiness and Job Placement team for their efforts in making this event possible. And absolutely thank you to the featured employers for sharing information regarding our open positions and your commitment to keeping our economy moving forward during this difficult time. Again, a big shout out to our employers and also Alexa Moore for taking the lead across our team in making this possible. So please enjoy the session. Back to you, Alexa.
Thank you. So I will just quickly reintroduce myself again. My name is Alexa Moore. I'm the Job Placement Coordinator for Society and Education. And I just want to also thank the representatives today who have joined us to provide information about these amazing job opportunities that are available within their companies, especially during these times that have been challenging for students, especially going through many different transitions, moving from face-to-face to a fully online virtual environment, or having layoffs or losing their jobs or having to care for additional family members. So I greatly appreciate you guys all coming here today to spend your time to share these job opportunities. We have 4 different companies here to represent each meta major. So just to understand a little bit more about each one, I'm just going to ask all our representatives here today to tell us a little bit more about you and your company and what type of products or services that you provide within the community. So Debbie, would you be so kind to start off?
Sure, I'll start us off. Hi everybody, my name is Debbie and I am a recruiter with Childcare Careers. Childcare Careers is one of the leading sources of staffing for schools and child development centers. We act as a staffing agency, and we have our employees float around to different schools, working with either infant toddlers, preschools, or in after-school programs with elementary age students. It's a really good opportunity for people who want to be educators, who are looking to go into social sciences or teaching, and we have positions that are open for everybody who just thinks working with kids is fun.
Thank you so much, Debbie. Rhonda, would you go ahead and tell us a little bit about your company?
Hi, yes, my name is Rhonda Lowe and I'm with CVS. I am a pharmacist, but now I'm involved in recruitment of talent for all of our stores. So I'm sure all of you are familiar with CVS since we have so many locations. We have over 10,000 locations throughout the US. And 70% of people actually live within 3 miles of a CVS, right? We're almost on every corner. So I'm here today to tell you a little bit about our store positions that we have available to you, and also a little bit about CVS, because we're more than just a corner drugstore. We have Caremark and Aetna as part of CVS, insurance health plans, and a pharmacy benefit management system. We own also OmniCare, and which is a long-term care pharmaceutical company. So there's many different branches at CVS, and that offers lots of opportunities and career opportunities for you and everyone.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. And last but not least, Sarah.
Thank you, Alexa. Hi, I am Sarah Badrunas. I am with Tesla. I currently am a part of Tesla's workforce development education team. So within that team is myself. I oversee our technician training program, which is the Tesla Start program, which is in 8 different locations nationwide, including one program in our backyard here at Evergreen Valley College in the Bay Area. And then the other members of my team also oversee other internship and apprentice programs at the manufacturing level in both Fremont and the Gigafactory in Nevada, as well as our interns program team, which is formerly known as the university recruiting team. Those are the individuals that would be in charge of overseeing internships that are either a quarter or a summer long. And those can fall anywhere from HR to supply chain to engineering. So our team is very robust. We spend a lot of time doing, public speaking, whether it's in the current circumstances in a webinar or when it's safe, obviously going on site to campuses to make sure people are aware of the opportunities at Tesla, since they vary pretty broadly, anything from your traditional manufacturing role at one of our factories or gigafactories to sales, service, delivery, marketing, design, and engineering.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. And thank you all again, everyone, for sharing a little bit of background information. I did want to mention, and that's my fault, that Debbie is also not only representing childcare careers, but representing the meta major for society and education, being that ECE technically falls under that meta major, and that Rhonda is here representing the business, entrepreneurship, and management, having positions in sales. And Sarah is also here representing science, technology, and health, which fall typically under technology, right? And automotive, and Tesla being, a really pretty awesome company, as they all are. So thank you so much, everyone, for the intriguing background information about your company. So let's move into going into hearing from everyone about the amazing job opportunities that you have at your particular companies. And I'm going to start off again with Debbie, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Hi, everybody. So we're currently looking for both teachers and aides to work with either infants and toddlers, preschoolers, or with elementary age students. It's your choice as to what your favorite age group is. A teacher's aide, the qualifications for that position, there's no specific classes or credentials or license that's required. We do look for people who have had some type of experiences working with young children, hopefully in a structured manner. Other than that, we take a look at life experiences. Our teacher position does require early childhood education units. We take a look at some specific classes that we're looking for that align with the Department of Social Services regulations. And I should mention that for either position, whether it's an aide or a teacher, all of our employees go through a background screening through a fingerprint check. We also require a health screening from a doctor, just saying that you're healthy enough to work with young children. There's also a TB test and some immunizations that are required. And there's also an online training that talks about child abuse, the signs and symptoms of children who are being abused, and how we report that to the authorities if we suspect it. Those are really the basic qualifications needed to be either a teacher or an aide. For either position, I think some of the skills that you need are definitely a lot of patience. Children are very stressful, although it is a very fun working environment. Most of the programs are operating under what we call a play-based curriculum, meaning that the children are learning, but they're learning through play. Some schools may be a little more structured, some schools may be a little less structured. We deal with literally hundreds of schools that are here in the Bay Area, specifically in the peninsula. We have schools in San Bruno, Daly City, South San Francisco, Millbrae, and San Mateo that are really searching for children. Searching for teachers to help watch their children. If you like playing with kids, if you have some good patience, if you can take directions from other adults, then this is definitely the job for you. All the time you would be with another teacher that is a regular teacher from that center who would orientate you to the school, to their schedule, kind of walk you through the day and ask for your help as needed. The jobs start off, we call them temporary substitute assignments. You would be required to float around to a few of the different schools in the area, but you get to choose the area that you work in. So if you're living in Daly City and you'd like to limit yourself to the Daly City San Bruno area, that's definitely fine. If you're closer to the San Mateo area, many people will choose to work Millbrae, San Mateo, and Burlingame. The other good thing that students really love about our jobs is that the hours are flexible. You are going to determine your own schedule. You give us the days and the times that you're available to work. Most of the schools are open between 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and all we're looking for is a minimum of a 4-hour window of time that we can use to schedule you. The hours can be changed. You don't need to work all 5 days during the week. We have many students who, as the semester changes, classes change, they'll change their hours with us. We're also very liberal with our time off policy, so students find that very convenient when it's this time of year, time for finals, you need to get papers done, get some studying in. A lot of people will just take a couple of weeks off of work so that they can help balance that school-work relationship there.
Great, thank you so much. Those are some interesting positions there for, students who are interested in teaching. I also wanted to know if you can tell us a little bit more about why your company would be an ideal place to work for students.
Well, I think everybody should work with kids at some point in their life. Many of us will become parents as we grow older, and I think that experience in a structured environment is definitely helpful. Even people who are not necessarily looking to be an educator as their career might find that flexible schedule very helpful while they're still enrolled in school. Many times jobs will require that you work a specific shift. It's not changeable. You must work all 5 days during the week. And I think that's why a lot of the Skyline students are really attracted to us. Anybody who's going into psychology or any of the other social sciences, this will definitely give you a nice wide variety of experiences for you to draw on.
Thank you so much, Debbie. This seems like great ways to begin building teaching experience for many different programs within society and education. So, and also the opportunity for flexibility is great as well. And it might just lead you to your dream teaching position, being able to attend all the different schools within and programs within your location. So thank you so much for sharing all that information. I greatly appreciate it. Is there anything else you wanted to share before I pass it on?
No, I think that's it, unless anybody has questions.
Great. We'll probably save the questions towards the end for a Q&A session, but I'll definitely keep an eye on any questions that come up our way. And I'm going to pass the virtual mic to my colleague, Renee, to introduce our next representative.
Thank you, Alexa and Debbie. Those teaching positions sound like great opportunities. Hi, everyone. My name is Renee Liang, and I am currently the Job Placement Coordinator for Business, Entrepreneurship, and Management. Next, I would like to introduce Rhonda to speak about the positions available at CVS. Hi, Rhonda. Can you tell us about the different positions available and what the qualifications and skills are needed for each position?
Yes, at CVS, we have lots of different types of positions available in our stores. And I'm actually recruited for the entire Bay Area. So we have many locations, as you all know. We have the front end of our business, which can really help one who is learning, a student perhaps that might be studying business or maybe finance or marketing or even HR. There's lots of positions within the front end of our store that can really help students learn about the retail business setting. We have customer service associate positions available that basically would require somebody who would like working with customers, giving them service, assisting them. We are a healthcare company, so a lot of people come into our stores looking for various over-the-counter medications, looking for solutions for their healthcare needs. So assisting customers. From there, we also have various different management positions, starting at shift leads to operations managers, operations supervisors, and ultimately a store manager. So there's many different levels of management. So if you're a student who's studying business and want to learn about the retail business as far as profit and loss, how to run a retail business, how to merchandise business, how to make decisions as far as leading a team, I think we can offer some great opportunities. You can walk away really with a great experience of how to lead a team, motivate a team, and to get results from that. And then the other part of our business, of course, is our pharmacy department. So in our pharmacy, we have, of course, our pharmacists on staff to assist our patients, but we also have pharmacy technician positions and pharmacy clerk positions as well. So quite often we do have seen various different medical students who are studying various different types of medicine. It could be pharmacy technician, it could be nursing, medical assistants, phlebotomy, what have you, who want to get some experience in the pharmacy and learn about different types of medication. It's a great way to learn. So we do hire pharmacy assistants to help pharmacists in the dispensing of medications. And as a student, you can learn about different types of medications. So lots of different job opportunities from business onto pharmacy that we offer within our stores.
Thank you, Rhonda. The job opportunities sound great throughout all of CVS. And can you please tell us some more about why your company would be an ideal place to work for?
At CVS, it'd be a great place to work for because of the flexibility of schedules that we do offer. All of our stores are open 7 days a week. We have early morning hours, into the late evening hours. So it's really flexible, both for people who are working part-time and also full-time. And especially if you're a student and you're going to school and you're looking for that flexible schedule that can work around your school schedule, you can definitely find it at CVS. We have a lot of students who work for us and we'll work around your school schedule. If it's finals time or you've got exams coming up, you just let your manager know in advance and they can build a schedule that gives you that good work-life balance that you're looking for.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. The program sounds exciting and these sound like great opportunities for students to start their career in sales and to learn more about management. Is there anything else you'd like to add before?
No, I think that's pretty much it. If anybody is interested, you can just email me directly, and I think you guys are going to be sharing our contact information with all of the students.
Yes, thank you. And now I am going to pass the virtual mic to my colleague Terrence, who will introduce our next representative.
Thank you, Renee and Rhonda. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Terrence Jang. I'm the Job Placement Coordinator for Science, Technology, and Health. Next, we will have Sarah from Tesla to share more information about several position opportunities.
Thank you so much, Terrence. I wanted to break down the opportunities into a few different ways. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. The first would be coming in externally. So that would involve probably going into one of our entry-level sales roles where you work out of one of our galleries or showrooms, or one of our service roles to come in doing vehicle prep. A lot of that's tied into washing cars, moving cars, and the delivery side of the business where that's the car being prepped before the customer gets it. So those are a lot of really good entry-level positions that are offered all over the country, including the Bay Area. There's also entry-level roles in manufacturing at the Fremont factory in production. Those simply require typically a high school diploma or GED, or even just to be the age of 18. So typically at Tesla, you will see you need to be 18 to be eligible for most, if not all the positions. But the schooling really varies because it depends on what you're going to be doing with the company. And our fearless leader, Elon Musk, has publicly said many times that at minimum, for many roles in the company, he's looking for a high school diploma or GED. And then from there, he's looking for you to bring an impact on a daily basis. And then your performance will speak for itself. And that is how you can continue your mobility versus sometimes getting stuck and needing to go back to school. So there are some entry-level positions that certainly fall into that realm. That being said, there are a lot of other roles in the company other folks are interested in. So another great way to get involved, if you're not looking to go in and just get your foot in the door at the entry-level stage externally, is to actually try and come in as an intern. And there's two different paths there. The first would be if you intend to continue your education and go ahead and get a bachelor's degree or even potentially a master's degree. The internships are offered every summer, fall, winter, and spring that involve every single sector of the business that you can imagine. Someone on that team is always looking for an intern every quarter. Sometimes there's a couple internship positions based on the role in the company. And again, that is while you're still in school getting your post-secondary education, so bachelor or master's degree. At that point, whether that's been in a supply chain, vehicle engineering, something on the software side, maybe in HR, even our security and our info, IT teams all need interns in some capacity. It's a lot easier once you graduate to get your foot back in the door because Tesla's already on your resume from a quarter while you were at, physically at a factory or gigafactory, or even doing a virtual internship if you're not able to be on site right now, which is something we were able to do for many of our teams. So that is certainly a great avenue to go. And then the last avenue is in the skilled trades. So this would be an internship opportunity as well. And many times this would be considered more of a capstone program. So something that's done at the end of whatever you're considering done for your education, whether that's just getting on-the-job industry experience, getting certifications related to your field, getting an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree, what have you. The START program is a great tie into that because we're specifically looking to train technicians to work in our automotive departments and our service centers that Tesla owns and operates all over the US. So the program, one of the best parts of this is that you actually have this in your backyard. There is a phenomenal automotive department at Skyline College with a very robust curriculum. If someone was to go through this program at Skyline, let's say they had no prior automotive experience before, but they went through Skyline's program, got their certification and or degree, depending on what they're looking to attain. We have had very successful individuals then go through the internship with that baseline fundamental knowledge and then be placed immediately out in the field after completing our 12-week internship. And the internships are all paid. So Tesla does not have a single unpaid internship, no matter what area of the business it is. The other thing we're now able to do is every single intern gets health benefits effective immediately. So on day one of your internship, just like any other full-time employee, you have full medical, dental, and vision. And obviously, given the current circumstances, it's extremely important to not only us, but to you to have that peace of mind that, you have insurance coverage for this 3-month term or even, longer, depending on how long your internship is for. At that point, once we know where you're going in the company, for example, if you're coming out of the START program, that program actually leads directly into a job as long as you successfully interview well in the placement process while an intern. At that point, your hourly rate goes up significantly. You'll continue your health benefits. You'll receive an equity award in Tesla shares. You actually get stock with the company physically granted in your name. And if for some reason you have to leave more than 50 miles outside of the radius to take employment with us from the START program, Tesla actually will give relocation assistance at that point in time as well. So as a result, we have quite a few different avenues someone can go down just depending on their interest and how they're looking to contribute their skill set at Tesla.
Thank you, Sarah. Wow, those sound like really good opportunities for our students. I know you mentioned about qualifications earlier. Are there any additional qualifications or skills that our students should have before applying for Tesla?
Great question. So depending on how you're looking to get into the company, I always check the job description because that will be your go-to, and it'll list specifically, do you just need a high school diploma or GED? You know, if it's a higher level engineering role, are they going to be looking for an additional form of education, or is your work experience going to be something that speaks for itself? If you're going the internship route, again, the same requirements, you're just going to want to check and make sure that whether a certain degree level is required. If it's a driving role, like if you're coming in to work in sales or service or delivery, or even a lot of manufacturing roles, you will need a valid US driver's license as well. And then a lot of the other requirements are a little more intangible. So on your application, are you able to somehow relay your passion and enthusiasm for Tesla? It's a very unique company to work for because everyone is extremely bought into the mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. And we want to make sure that someone's really up for that ride because, well, a lot of products we made have never existed before. So if you've had any projects or labs or, you know, personal side projects, not even school related, that you've done, that can also show times you've spent being innovative or creative or wanting to see if something can work better or more efficiently. Those are great things to put on your resume as well, and put them in the top. Make sure that they're not hiding at the very bottom, because many recruiters take less than 2 seconds to scan a resume. And if you've buried in the bottom that you've been working on cars with your dad since you were 6 years old, we could miss it, and we could end up not realizing that you had those skills and abilities if we're not seeing it all connect in the front part of your resume. So that will be my biggest piece of advice too, is just to make sure anything that's related to the job description and the requirements for the role, have those closer to the top. And you don't need to necessarily put valid US driver's license or, you know, shows up to work on time every day. Those aren't what we're looking for in your resume. We're looking again for more of the projects, whether they were school or personal, any sort of activities, what you like to do for fun, and what your ultimate goals are and how that all ties into Tesla.
Thank you. Those are some really good tips. And I feel like a lot of those skills are very relatable to our students here at Skyline. So the very last question I have is, what makes Tesla the ideal place to work?
Sure. So I think I can break it down to 2 areas. The first is internal mobility. The company really values promoting from within. So that's the good news. If you get your foot in the door as an intern or someone entry level, onus is on you to decide what that path and your career looks like. But this is truly a company where it can be your career. It doesn't just have to be another job you're putting on a resume and trying to figure out the next steps. There are so many different departments you can move around and into. Typically, the only rule is that you need to be with the company at least 1 year and in good standing performance-wise in your current position to then be eligible for transfer or promotion. And the company has an entire internal careers website dedicated to current employees so they can understand where the opportunities are globally, not even just in California or the US. And then you're welcome to apply, and you actually apply as an internal applicant so recruiters can see who from the company versus everyone else externally is specifically interested in that position, and we can try and make sure we prioritize those folks. I actually started as a recruiting coordinator. So I came in pretty entry level. I had a sales and operations background, but I didn't have full cycle recruiting on my resume. So I was able to work my way into an associate recruiter role and then a recruiter role. And now I'm a senior project manager who oversees the implementation and build out of our technician training program, the START program. I did that in about 3 years, and I'm not the exception, I'm the rule. There are so many folks that I've even seen go through our START program that came in as entry-level technicians after their internship, and then they went on to become leads, senior techs. You know, some of them became instructors and teach the program themselves. Other technicians after a few years decide to go the engineering route because they already know the products in and out. So that's something really valuable that you can have once you're with the company. So it's just about trying to get yourself positioned properly so you can get in. And then the second thing is, working for Elon is always an adventure. So you will truly never be bored. I have never been bored in my 3.5 years with Tesla. So if you are always someone that you find after 6 months doing something, I get a little, stir crazy, or I want to jump to the next thing, this company is really good because you're always going to be challenged. You'll be expected to constantly learn. The learning, unfortunately, does not end after school. I hate to break it to you, but when you're being paid for it, a lot of times it's still really enjoyable and exciting, especially if you're passionate about what you're doing. So I would say those are the two things that make us hopefully pretty desirable to work for.
That's awesome. Thank you, Sarah. I will now hand the mic back to Alexa.
Thank you all so very much. I really appreciate Debbie, Rhonda, Sarah for coming out, spending your time with us today to get these amazing job opportunities that you have available and in front of our Skyline College population. I really, truly am thankful and appreciative. And I know I speak for our whole team when we say, thank you so much again for coming. And if we could just give you guys a virtual applause, that would be great, because I really am thankful and glad that you were able to share all these amazing opportunities. All of these companies sound great. They're flexible. There's opportunities for growth within all of them. And I think they will really shine for our students. And we cannot wait to get this webinar, which is actually recorded as well, up onto our website so that students can go back who were not able to actually attend in person today to go back and actually see this recording and also reach out to us should they be interested, and we can get them, you know, ready and into the application process to start working for your guys' amazing companies. In addition, I really wanted to mention that we also support in resume, interview, job search, networking. The Career Readiness and Job Placement team are 100% willing and available to support students who need additional support in those areas. So rest assured that, you know, we will get you super ready and available to these companies through supporting you and making sure you have that updated cover letter, that updated resume, that it reflects those job descriptions that you guys are putting out here for us, that it reflects who they are and how they would be a great and wonderful asset to your company. In addition, I want to thank the Career Readiness and Job Placement team for being here with us today. You guys did great as well, and everyone on the back end as well who was supporting with the webinar features, because a lot actually goes into something that you think doesn't really take so much as into just entering a room, but there's actually so much more that goes on behind the scenes as well. And I also want to thank our fabulous audience who are here, the attendees that were able to come. I appreciate them being able to take time out of their days. I know everyone's schedule is really different nowadays, and it's great that they were able to come, and we look forward to giving this presentation one more time today in the afternoon. But if there are any questions, I would love to open up the floor to that right now. We do currently have 2 participants in here. If they have any questions, please feel free to unmute yourself or raise your hand, and you can directly ask any of our employers here in this moment. You can also use the chat feature. I know sometimes students are, oh, there's a question in the chat. Oh, yes, there is. I'm going to read it out loud. All our panelists, you guys should be able to see this, I believe, as well. This question is for Sarah. I'm interested in sustainability, currently on track to get a bachelor's. Is there any internship program at Tesla that fits my interests?
Great question. So that will circle back to our internship program team, where they offer them every single season, you know, summer, fall, winter, spring. So whether perhaps there's an internship listed under our environmental health and safety group, or if there's an internship listed maybe under a battery team on the solar and energy side, we are really starting to expand our production with solar roofs and installations. So that could be something that ties in. So those are some different options in addition to just your standard automotive side, which obviously, you know, is the reason why our company exists. And there still could probably be some great options there too. It just sort of depends on what you think ties best into what you're trying to accomplish with your degree. But regardless of what you do, any internship you do at Tesla will be valuable, because there's still going to be a lot of cross functionality with different teams and a lot of exposure.
All right, thank you so much, Sarah. I hope that answers that question. And just to piggyback off of that for a moment, Sarah, is there a way that we can look up, I could get maybe some information from you about where to look for these internships or how to the application process and
Yeah, the Tesla careers page is going to be your best bet because everything's been updated in real time. So roles that are currently hiring, you know, there could always be someone in the offer process, which is why the role is still up. But at some point, you know, it could be another position opens up or a candidate falls through, or we're still hiring for that position, or we need more people for a specific opening. All of that's going to be on the careers page. And then START and Tesla's interns program actually have their own landing pages that dial that information in a little more. So Alexa, I'm happy to send that to you afterwards so you can get that out.
thank you so much, Sarah. I greatly appreciate it. All right, I think we have another question. Oh, no. All right, if there are no more questions, we ended fairly early, but again, I really appreciate you all coming today. And I look forward to continuing to work with these amazing companies and getting these positions that you have available out to our students through the many different means that Career Readiness and Job Placement promote employment opportunities. So again, thank you all so much for coming and joining. And if you are interested in any of these positions, to our participants who are here right now, in the chat feature, there is a link to our interest survey where you can let us know which positions you were exactly interested in, and a job placement coordinator will get you in contact with one of these lovely recruiters who came out here today to spend their time. And in addition, this will also be on our website, so you'll be able to see this live webinar on our website, as well as the student interest form. So if there are no more further questions, then I'm happy to let you guys all go about your busy days, and I look forward to seeing you at a later point in time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Stay healthy, everybody.
Stay safe and healthy.
Thank you.
Bye.